Hey, we back. We're with Mudae on the series called I'm Running Out of Ideas, where I'm running out of ideas. There is, however, a question that I've been getting a lot recently with regards to Mudae especially, although to be fair, other bots are included in this, and that is just simply, how do you get stuff? How do you get all these upgrades? For example, we look on this server, I've got 39 rolls here, 130% power. We can have a look at my disable list, for example. How have I got 29,000 characters on there without premium, mind? Wish list? What's my wish list? 51 wishes? I really should sort this out at some point, probably, but apparently I didn't. The list goes on, right? Where do you get this stuff? Because when it comes to new people on the bot especially, it's not intuitive necessarily where you get these. You can look at badges. I think it's KR. Here we go. Yeah, we've got badges, and you can see what sort of stuff you get for here. We've got, you know, wish list slots and roles and more roles and whatever, right? All this stuff is here. But as I'm sure you're aware, these cap out at level 4, so that doesn't explain the 39 wishes. So yeah, I'm going to be going through today where you get all of this stuff. Obviously, getting it is mostly involving Kakar. Kakar is, of course, the main point of Mudae. I mean, the main point of Mudae is to get waifus or whatever, you know, your favourite characters from your animes and your games and stuff. But your method of doing that is going to be Kakar. So what can Kakar do? Well, if I open up this nice little command here called bonus, that will actually give us a lot of insight on where all of these bonuses is coming from. Obviously, you can run this command on your server as well. It may not be as big as all this. It might be bigger than this. It's not too hard to get bigger than this. You just need to put the effort in. And a lot of people that have bigger than this probably use premium. Again, personally, I don't have premium, so I think this is reasonable. Not that I've rolled on this server much in the last couple of months, but anyway, putting all that aside, let's have a closer look here. For example, we've got rolls per hour at the top, plus 29. Of course, if you want to just go for the simple ones, we have set rolls here, which I've got at 10. Is that the maximum? No, it's been put up to 13. Wasn't it lowered for game mode 2 or something though? I've no idea, to be honest. Maybe I can increase it a bit. Should we see? Set rolls 13. Is that actually going to work? Is that going to change anything? If I go on TU, have I got more rolls now? I have. Well, there you go. I apparently don't keep up to date with the Mudae updates well enough. Or perhaps it's because it's in the wrong game mode at the moment. Probably that one. Anyway, you can see that I've got plus 29 extra. And that's all from Kakar. Where are they coming from? Well, we have 6 from badges. These are probably the ones that you know about. That's 4 from Sapphire and 2 from Ruby 4. And of course Sapphire 4 as well. That will give you an extra 6 rolls. Now, of course, this takes a little bit to save up for Sapphire and Ruby. They're pretty late on badges. I enjoy rushing Sapphire because I like getting those extra rolls, and I also like getting the Sapphire 4 bonus about the yellow Kakar. But Ruby 4 especially is a very late badge. Badges in general only take a couple of months to get, probably. But yeah, Ruby is going to take a while. Once you get there, though, you'll have your extra 6 rolls. So where are these other ones coming from? Well, we'll skip KL for a second. We're going to move on to KT, because KT is probably also something you know about. KT floor 11 here gives an extra roll per hour. Now, note, when it comes to KT, as you can see here, you can get as many towers as you like. It's not limited to just one. Once you've topped out on every single floor, it will let you build another tower, which is pretty nice. And then every time you build floor 11, you will get an extra roll. So I here, just from KT, am getting an extra 5 rolls because I have 5 towers. You can get as many towers as you like I say, so this theoretically goes on forever. A lot of these have limits though. I cannot honestly remember if floor 11 particularly has a limit, but a lot of these have limits, so floor 11 might. Floor 11 is also, mind, one of the best floors. You can see which floors I build first here. These are the best floors. I know a lot of people say that 3 is the best floor, but if you do the maths on it, you will actually get more wishes and other such things by having floor 11 than you will by having floor 3. That's not to say that floor 3 is bad, absolutely not. Those extra disable list size bonuses are pretty helpful, but floor 11 is generally better. Obviously 7, 8 and 10 are increasing the amount of Kakar you get a lot. When you've got something like 5 towers here, a light Kakar is giving you like 1,000 Kakar every time. So yeah, this really adds up. And light Kakar are not that uncommon either, so do consider that. But yeah, a lot of floors are good. 1 is good, 2 is okay, 3 is reasonable. So, you want to get all the floors eventually. But we're not here to talk about Kakar Tower specifically today. So let's go back to what we are talking about, which is this stuff up here. Because, of course, the majority of these, if you see, we've got 6 and 5. This whole 18 here is from KLs. So I'll just put this in, LK, mind. So KL is standing for Kakar Loot. LK is standing for List Kakar Loot. I'm pretty sure you can also do LKL. Yeah, it's the same command. So yes, and you see here are the 18 permanent roles. KLs, if you're not aware, this is something you unlock after you have Sapphire, Ruby and Emerald 1. But realistically, you don't want to use any of them up until you have maxed your badges, and actually realistically you don't want to use any of them until you've maxed out the quantity and quality upgrades, which cost a lot of Kakar, as per the video I made a while ago, which I can link if I remember or if you remind me. You probably want to put all of your Kakar into your Kakar Tower and then go for loots after that. But when you are going for loots, you can get a lot of permanent rolls. In fact, again, there's no cap on this. This keeps on going forever. The more KLs you use, the more perm rolls you can get. So this is the KLs. I'll do 10 of them here. And as you see, we got some stuff. No perm rolls because they are very rare. If you get one of them, you are lucky. Most of the time you will get random garbage like this. And especially when you don't have these upgrades, you will get even more random garbage like this. If you do a KL without the upgrades, do not be surprised about getting a single roll. And yes, that's what this is, a single roll. So yes, I have a lot of them. I've got 7,700-ish single rolls, which is pretty good. But getting one single roll is not helping you. That's why you don't do KLs. Anyway, the point is you can theoretically get perm rolls, you can also get RT cooldown, and here we see some extra wishlist slots as well. Also, disable list characters are here too. So there's a lot of stuff that KLs get you, and because there's no limit, you can keep going with this stuff for a long time. So that is another thing to consider. But let's bring up bonus again. We can have a look at some other stuff because that is not all there is. So if we look, we've got our roles, that's mostly through badges, KLs and KT. Wishlist slots is the same. Obviously they're a bit higher because especially from KLs they're a lot less rare, and from towers you get more of them as well per floor. But yes, it's about the same. We also have spawn bonus for wishes. Now most of this is from K, your silver badge, and also your ruby 2 badge. But also note that slash commands do increase that as well. Personally, I don't use slash commands, so I'm not getting that bonus. But yeah, that is a thing here. We have additional percentage spawn bonus for first wish, which is an extra 111% because of Kakar Towers, which makes a total of 161%. That's just this number added to this number. But yes, your first wish bonus at the moment can only be increased through Kakar Tower, and that's from floor 2. You have your Wish Protect spawn probability. If you are not sure what Wish Protect is, just type in search Wish Protect and it comes up with a bunch of information. You're welcome to pause it and read it, or go and run the command yourself. But this is only gained through KLs. My personal wish chance is 1 in 649, and remember this is additional to this 150, this 111, disables, whatever else. This is just an additional chance, which is quite nice. The maximum I believe is 499 or something like that. So yeah, 649 is certainly getting there. But yes, that's through chaos, and that is one of the main ways that you get a lot of wishes later on, although there's a lot of ways to get wishes, one of them simply being having a very large wish list, obviously. You've got your cooldown from RT, mine is being 5 hours, we've got minus 30 hours from K, that's going to be your Emerald badge, and then minus 15 from KL. There's no other ways to decrease that. Getting it all the way down to 5 hours is as good as you're going to get, and takes a long time because these are some rare drops from your KLs. But yeah, totally a thing. Disable slots can only be increased through KT. This is one thing that a lot of people think is only doable with premium, and that's not true. You can increase it with KT, but it's also not really necessary. If you're disabling the big bundles, you are not going to need all 10 disable list slots. Again, if we go up to where I checked out my disable list up here, I'm only using 5 of my 14 slots, so those extra 4 are not helping me at all. I could quite easily fit that within 10. What you want is your overlap limit to go up, not your actual disable list size to go up. Although, of course, there's nothing wrong with this number going up. In fact, can help you out. But yes, as long as you've got the big bundles here, it's perfectly fine. I should probably sort this out at some point because it's not very optimal at the moment. But personally, I don't really bother with disable lists too much. So, moving on, we have your Kakar max power. That's gained through just towers once again. That's your floor 7 and 8 here with your Kakar max power and your power cost reductions. Really helpful there. Getting this all the way down to 30%. Again, a lot of people think that 40% is the minimum it can be. In fact, a lot of people think 100% is the minimum. If you think you need 100% Kakar reaction power, you need to spend a little more time on Mudae. Buy yourself some gold badges, because gold is a really good badge. As you can see here, we've got 60% off just from the gold badge, well, and Ruby 3, and then only 10% from KT, and that is the max. That's one of the ones with a limit. It won't go below 10%. Note as well though that with soul keys, if you get your level 10 keys, it costs half the amount. So with that, you're only getting 15% reaction power. Now compare that to your 130% or whatever you've got here, which is gained through KTs. You can see how reacting a lot of times in one set of rolls is pretty easy. If you're getting 15% reactions, you can react, what's that? 8 times in the same hour. That's pretty good, you know, that's pretty good. 8 times in an hour. And assuming you've got your Sapphire 4, let's suppose you're getting yellow reacts each time, 8 times per hour, you're getting a few thousand Kakar just from that. Nice. Obviously it takes more than 1 hour to replenish this 130%, but that's another matter. We have our random Kakar per light Kakar, as you can see. Mine is 8 to 9, the default is 3 to 4, and then the rest is given by KT. This is why I say I get at least 1,000 per react, because even if all of these spawned in as like blue reacts, it would be over 1,000, you see. So yeah, light Kakar becomes really good later on. And if you have a really big tower, it's going to be on like rainbow levels of react. So yeah, light Kakar is good. You want to be getting that floor 10. It really makes a difference. Kakar gold keys bonus is here, and that's from KT again. If you're unsure about gold keys bonus, check out info keys. It is the level 6 ones here, earning the Kakar value, which by default has a limit of 4,500 per 3 hours. And there's also BKU, which you can use to check that. This increases it a little bit. We have a percentage bonus from Kakar earned. Again, that's one of the things that you can get with premium, and this is one of the only things, and I think it is the only thing that is exclusive to premium. As it says here, technically you can also do it with slash commands, but slash commands are not a permanent effect. That is just a personal choice. So if you decide not to use slash commands, this is the only thing in the game that is exclusive to premium, other than things like Kakar copy and harem copy and whatever else you're deciding to use. In terms of straight bonuses on a server, this is the only one that's exclusive to premium. So unfortunately you can't get that without premium, but it also doesn't help too much. I mean, that's a complete lie. It does help a lot, but it depends on the percentage that you're getting, you know. With premium, I think it's what is it, 10%, 20%? It's actually probably more than that. I can't remember, to be honest. I've done a video on premium if you want to check that out. Obviously this does help, but in comparison with some of these other things, it's not as much as you might think. And then we have chances of double keys here. Now, I've apparently heard that if you get up to 100%, you don't actually get triple keys. Found that out very recently. Obviously, I'm not at 100% yet, so I can't test it for myself. But yeah, apparently, you know, that's a thing, which is unfortunate. But you can get all the way up to 100%, and literally can go above that if you really want. And that is going to make you get double keys on all of your wishes, which is pretty good, to be fair. As you can see at the moment, I've got an average of about a 30%. I suppose if you cancel these two out, for example, you know, it's about 30% chance for me to get a double key. But remember, this only affects your wishes, so it's not as good as it may sound. Because the other thing is, you know, think about how often do you roll a wish. Probably maybe like once a day. Let's go with once a day. So once a day you get a 30% chance to get one extra key. That's not great. And that's assuming you have as much tower as I do, and it's assuming that you roll a wish every single day. This is why I'm not a huge fan of those flaws on the tower. But it's undeniable that they are very helpful, especially when you get these percentages up a lot higher, and especially when you have a really big wish list. So yeah, it's absolutely helpful. And of course, because they count as soul keys and all, you can grind soulmates like that too, which is fantastic. So there we go. We've gone through bonuses. That is basically, you know, everything that you can increase on the bot. All of the ways to buff yourself. Now there is of course things like what disablers do you use once you've got these sizes, what roles do you use, what wishes do you use. There's a lot more strategy to just getting these bonuses, but I've got other videos on that kind of thing if you want to go and check them out. In terms of getting the bonuses, that's basically everything. So hopefully you now understand where to get the bonuses, how to get bonuses, what the bonuses are good, all the rest of it. And you can use this in your Mudae to further buff yourself, give yourself a nice little advantage over all of your friends on your server. Anyway, I'll leave this one here. Bye!